Exclusive content online at PimpyK.com. The views and opinions expressed are exclusively the views and opinions of PimpyK, not the views and opinions of our sponsors.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
You know what they say? See a broad to get that booty act 'em. Leg her down and smack 'em, yak 'em. Cold got to be. You know? Shit.
Now it's your turn.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Let's do this!
Tonight's podcast exclusively powered by the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the PimpyCast, episode number 18, right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Joined in the studio by always. We can, that's how I'm going to say it from now on. Joined in the studio, as always, by the official co-host of the PimpyCast, Mr. Nekestro. How you doing, my man?
Hello.
Hello. That's good enough. He's a man of many words. You guys will come to know that as you tune in more often on this show. Coming up a little later this episode, we got our featured artist of the week, Mad Mall, in the house.
Yeah.
As you guys know,
The crowd goes wild.
DJ Quake, the guy that's going to be taking over radio operations at PimpyK.com and PMVN Radio. Good friends of our featured artist of the week, guy that's helping him get out his promotion and stuff like that. So this was kind of a match that should have happened probably a little bit earlier, but we got him in studio now, so that's dope as shit. We'll be spinning some of his music a little bit later. Also coming up a little bit later on this episode, somewhere around segment 3 as usual, we'll have some more underground news with Nekestro. I hope you came prepared, my man.
Yeah, I'll pull something out of my ass. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what you usually do.
Nothing happened this week in music.
Of course not. You just are constantly itching for a reason to get fired around this motherfucker. All right, so I didn't get to do this at the end of last episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it real quick. I don't like you being happy in here, but obviously I'm going to have to just deal with that. So let's go with this.
I'm not happy.
You actually earned 2 stars, and I forgot to give them to you last week. When I went back for quality.
Figures, man.
No, you earned them. You didn't lose them. Like you earned them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But you didn't give them to me, see?
But you're getting them now.
Okay.
And you still have the opportunity to earn more smiley faces or anything of that nature later on in this
Chrome
episode.
stars.
Also, a little bit later in segment 3, as always, we're going to have the underground tip of the week, which I did a little video on EQing, so we'll show that, guys, to you a little bit later. And right here, right off the grip, before we get into anything, I wanted to go ahead and do a shout out to my homeboy. He was on the show last week, Mr. Johnny Panic. I got some shit going right here for him. He's got tomorrow, March 9th, he's got an album dropping called Do or Die.
Yeah.
You can get at him at JohnnyPanic_rap or at JohnnyPanic_rap on Twitter, or you guys can hit him up. Thursday night, he's doing the bullshit beer buffet show with the handlebar.
Is that bars over bullshit?
Is that what it's called?
I hope so. That's what it used to be called.
Well, I think that is what it's called. You know what I do is
I don't think I want to go to a bullshit beer buffet.
I don't know. It sounds fun to me.
Actually, yeah, I like bullshit.
When I drink, I bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I mean, this show is pretty much nothing but bullshit, and then every now and then we have an artist on, and then other than that, the rest of it's just complete trash.
And
you know what I mean?
And they bullshit with us.
Yeah, exactly. And then they get their chance to bullshit. So anyway, I do my notes, and sometimes one of the problems is I do it in like somewhat shorthand, and then sometimes I forget what the fuck it was I was doing. So when I go to read it, I read it exactly the way I have it up there. But anyway, that show is this Thursday night. It starts at 9 o'clock. It's going to be hosted by the one and only Mr. Big Low. It's going to be $5 at the door, $7 if you're under 21. And if you want to partake in the all-you-can-drink beer buffet, I think that's just like an extra $5. You got some local guys that you guys are going to know. Of course, Mr. Johnny Panic is going to be on stage, Cyberganic, Solo Dolo, and it's all going to be spun by Mr. DJ Queasy on the tables.
At the Handlebar.
At the Handlebar. That's downtown Pensacola on, what's that, North Tarragona Street, I believe it is.
Yeah, I used to know the numbers.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers.
Back when I used to do
Sometimes I don't
shows.
even remember my own address. How the fuck am I going to remember somebody else's? I know how to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I only get lost like every now and then.
Yeah, turn left on one of them streets.
Oh no, dude! It's
make a right.
That's one thing
On some
about
railroad tracks. And shit.
that's one thing about
Interstate
downtown Pensacola.
110.
I'm glad they started getting rid of them one-way streets, man. Because fuck, it was hard as fuck to get around downtown,
As
especially
soon,
when
as
you've been
soon,
drinking.
as soon as I got used to it, they switched it all up. Fucked me all kinds up, man.
Fuck, I never really.
I'll turn down the road and get scared. Be like, somebody's fucking coming.
You know the way that I drink, I'd be staying away from downtown because that shit would fuck
Yeah.
me up.
You don't like how I drive? Get the fuck
Off
off
the sidewalk. That's right. If you don't like how I drive, get the fuck off the sidewalk. There's no doubt about it. All right. So also, just so you guys remember, we're gonna have a big announcement about something really cool coming up next week with PMVN Radio. I gave you guys a little bit of a snippet about what's going on with Mr. DJ Quake and how he's taking things over. But we actually have a solidified date on where we're gonna launch, and we're gonna put that all out next week. So we're gonna have a little what I'm calling launch party, sort of like what we tried to do whenever we went live. Oh, I guess I should get off the. See, that's it. Look at you. Look.
Got another star.
You got
dog?
another star.
Yeah.
I totally forgot we were still on that Johnny Panic screen, and he fucking hooked it up. And
Hey,
Jesus,
sorry,
I've got
Mr. Panic.
This motherfucker. Look
mean to
at him,
cut you off
solidifying
there, you know what I
himself
mean?
as a fucking talent.
Yep, I'm a skilled trade.
Jesus Christ. It's not true, but fuck, you could convince somebody of it. I could, honestly, you could. Oh, shit. So,
Been
let's
doing
go.
it for years.
Let's go ahead and throw the contacts up. You can look up at that screen. Just go ahead and throw those contacts up. Let Alex maybe earn some more stars and get his money for the week.
This is where I usually get fired.
This is one of the spots.
All right. Well, contact us on Facebook.com/PimpyK, or you can do it on Twitter at, I don't have a good joke for that today, at Mr. PimpyK.
Twiddle my twiddlers.
There you go. You can subscribe to this Chanel. And you email radio@pimpyk.com, and then you could win shit if you subscribe and whatnot. And when you email them, tell them who you are and what you
Hey,
did.
Tori, why don't you walk around real quick? I want them to see these brand new fucking PMVN t-shirts that we just got a new stock in.
Oh, shit.
And listen to me, I'm not these will be on the website for sale, but as of right now, these are pretty much all for featured artists and for contest winners. We got a shitload of them.
Yeah.
We want to give them away. So once again, hit us up at facebook.com/PimpyK and like that shit. Hit us up on Twitter. Follow us at Mr. PimpyK. Subscribe to the channel that on YouTube that you're watching right now. And then when you're done with all that, send all your your social media names to here. Let me go back to the regular screen.
Can't see it, yeah.
It'll be a little bit bigger. There it
you
is.
go.
Look at that
is.
bad motherfucker.
Oh, that sleek,
and for you
clean
ladies, it's right
design.
there. It's right there at titty height, so it just pokes out all nice and beveled. You know what I'm saying? If you got small titties, need not apply. You are not
geez.
winning this T-shirt. No.
Hey, everyone can win.
Everybody can win. Everybody can
unless
win.
you fucking suck.
Or have small titties. You know what I'm saying? But everybody can win. You know what I mean? We're not sexist. We don't over sexualize the vessels that are used for feeding
I'm
children.
the sexiest sexist.
I'm the sexiest sexist there is. That's right. All right, that's enough. You can go now. Dude,
All right, go away.
she was just gonna fucking hang around all night, wasn't she? Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You bitch somebody a freaking bone, man, and they want the fucking whole rib cage and shit. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
It's just trying to land a commercial, man.
I just came up with the dumbest fucking metaphor and nobody noticed. I mean, there's probably people out there that did. Also, guys, like we were saying on the contacts, don't forget to hit us up on the live chat. We'll be jumping back and forth to that, especially on the break, trying to check it out. As always, DJ Quake is in the house, my man. But we would like to have some motherfuckers that ain't DJ Quake. You know what I'm saying? That'd be nice. The bad thing is, you know, when we did the elevated show, we had
keep 'em
when we did
company and
we did Smash, and we did who was before Smash, D-Villain and all them. We had mad people on the chats, but we couldn't get that shit actually working.
Yeah,
Now that
the
it's
right
actually
way.
working, Nobody's getting up on the chat. So if you guys got any questions or anything for me and Nekestro or our featured artist,
or just talk
Mad
shit,
Mall,
anything.
yeah, or talk shit, fucking yeah, just fucking make fun of Alex. If you think Alex deserves a star, should have one taken away, let us know, and then we'll get to that too.
Shit. Oh,
I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Now it's gonna be in their hands.
No,
too.
I'm just saying I'm open to suggestion. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you know what I mean? It's all because of them that we're doing this, so we're gonna, you know, we gotta let them decide. Yes. Matter of fact, for the next contest winner, not only will you get a t-shirt, you will get to decide this man's fate. We'll let you come up with some kind of a little bit or something that he has to do in the third segment.
Oh no, man, I ain't no tan or nothing like that, man. Or whatever the hell.
I don't know what the fuck it is you're trying to see. You talking about like a
weird shit they do on fucking.
Oh, you talking about Taint from Lex and Terry?
Yeah.
He even got sick of getting pushed around, so he quit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think he thought he thought they were going to offer him more money because he was priceless and they wouldn't replace him. And they're like, all right. He's like, well, I'm leaving. Okay. I'm serious. I'm walking out that door. All right. Good luck. I'm not coming back if I leave. Oh, we know. Motherfucker left. He's been back to visit like once or twice in the 3 years that he's left.
Times,
You know what I'm saying? But,
he's done a few bits.
And don't get me wrong, he was a huge part of that show, but the show went on without him. He got to the point where he honestly thought, look, I'm not going to be treated like this anymore, drinking urine and letting people spit in my mouth. I'm not doing it. You're going to give me some fucking money. Like, that's what he did. And they were like, we can get any idiot off the street. Any of our fans will come in here and do that for less than what we're paying you. You've just been here for a while, so we're hooking you up.
I don't know how much that dude got paid, so I can't really comment on that.
I mean, I don't know either, but I'm sure it was somewhere north of minimum wage, south of what you make to do this show.
He probably made like $8.75 an hour or some shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's probably something like 15. That's what I would think. Probably about $15 an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he probably also had to do a bunch of voiceover and promo work and everything else. You know what I mean? Like Lex and Terry probably showed up to the studio, did their shit, went home. They probably stayed in the studio till 8 o'clock, had to be back at 6 in the morning because they were their bitches, right? That's what they did.
Yeah, they're do boys.
Right. We don't see Alex ain't my bitch. We do have a couple of those.
I do nothing.
We do have a couple of those on the
a couple of things
that we're trying to get involved, but they just haven't quite earned the right to be on camera. One of them was on camera just a few seconds ago, and God, did she not want to leave? I'm just kidding.
It really sticks around, doesn't it?
All right, guys, we're going to jump out to our first break. When we come back, we're going to have our featured artist of the week, Mr. Mad Mall.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we got a whole bunch of other stuff coming up in the second and third segments. You guys are watching the PimpyCast right here at the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Marx theorized that capitalism would collapse when the workers were unable to afford the products they produced. Until then, this is Johnny Panic, and you're watching the PimpyCast on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Conflict is popping, pop the concept, destroy to create. Sadly, capital's the only thing that they'll let have a say. So there's no grace for the honest, from hospital to hospice, where the dead will rest on piles of products. And I recall Greek prophets breathing smoke for Apollo. Yo, without the gift of Miss Pythia, we're too eager to swallow by a sire or a sword, or a fist or a lie. I'm surprised after all of this time that we survived. And again, let's define it, because it seems I know a ton of people who barely make it to the end of the month. And it's why the CIA gets to see us on our knees. We'll collapse all of their banks and turn them back into trees. Revolt will never die, though they think people are illegal. I've been studying theory and exerting my ego with the blackest flag that I can find in fire and rage. We're combating ignorance and prejudice to the grave. This is another ode to Eris, to the fairest of the heiresses, and airing all the errors of our terrorist state. I'm getting steadier aim, and we've been waking in waves. So you're either talking revolution or making a mistake.
This is another road to Eris, to the fairest of the heiresses, and airing all the errors of our terrorist state. I'm getting steadier aim, and we've been waking in waves. So you're either talking revolution or making a mistake. I said to run when the balance tips backward. Hazmat suits for the blackbirds, ready to fly when the pressure's just right, compelled to head for the skies. Warzone is tarnished through the veterans' eyes. There's no surprise that the horizon is smoished in the lens, and you can catch a glimpse on your local airwaves at 10. Just another excuse to hang 3 pouring salt into my own wound. I caught a case of the creeps while I was chasing my dreams. Swivel my head to the east while the sun devoured Earth's peace. I scribble words in the sand. Winter never comes soon enough. I painted words in the sky. We're all fucked. I caught a tiger by its toe, I found the fire cause of smoke. When the voice inside my head spoke, it told me take no prisoners. I saw the scattering of crows, I've seen the fires that lie below. Heeded the word to abandon all of my hope before I entered
This is
here.
another ode to Eris, to the fairest of the heiresses, and airing all the arrows of our terrorist state. I'm getting steadier aim, and we've been waking in waves. So you're either talking revolution or making a mistake.
This is another road to Eris, to the fairest of the heiresses, and airing all the errors of our terrorist state. I'm getting steadier aim, and we've been waking in waves. So you're either talking revolution or making a mistake.
The PMV artist of the week.
All night, until we get it right. Put one in the air, take flight. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. Inhale, exhale, now I'm caught up in the rapture. Feeling like drugs and money is all I'm after. That's why I'm up all night. They got me up all night. Let me take a second to check the numbers on the scale. Seal it in the envelope and ship it through the mail. I'm a young entrepreneur, fresh up out the sewer. Feel like I'm the shit, last name should be manure. Get a ruler and some scratch paper. To count my money, you gon' need that with a calculator. Now do yourself a favor, live where you can't see your neighbor. Sit by a body of water, smoke like I'm in Jamaica. Talk to my maker, tell him things, he said I hear you, man. Your time is coming, stick and move with them problems. Them haters can't tell you nothing. With my heart on my sleeve, therefore I say what I mean. I like my money in green, can't even fit in my jeans. That's how I move when I'm on the scene. Started as a vision, manifested to a dream. All eyes on me, Benjamin's all I see. Fuck the fame, getting it from the soul, feel my pain. It got me up all night, until we get it right. Put one in the air, take flight. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. Inhale, exhale, now I'm caught up in the rapture. Feeling like drugs and money is all I'm after. That's why I'm up all night. They got me up all night. All I really need is a check and I'ma handle the rest. Go for the top like I'm hanging from a tree by my neck. I want respect and I'ma get it cause I speak from my chest. And these niggas ain't stay committed to these streets cause they left. Plus these bitches got no direction like a leaf in the air. I came to get it, recognize me as a chief and I'm here. A soul survivor, analyze it, play the streets, they ain't fair. If you don't like me, deal with it, grit your teeth and just bear. Cause I ain't going nowhere, I know you see me, homie. I hustle on that front porch, don't call them people on me. I keep my grass cut low, so ain't no creeping. If we really was beefing, then you'd be dead by this evening. Had your family grieving, and your kids will never see you. Had a talk with the pastor about your funeral this weekend. Hope the Lord will forgive me for my sins, cause I'm committed. Put my mom in the Bentley, couple matches on the lake, flip money in real estate. All night, until we get it right. Put one in the air, take flight. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. Inhale, exhale, now I'm caught up in the rapture. Feeling like drugs and money is all I'm after. That's why I'm up all night. They got me up all night. All night, until we get it right. Put one in the air, take flight. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. Inhale, exhale, now I'm caught up in the rapture. Feeling like drugs and money is all I'm after. That's why I'm up all night. They got me up all night. Let's ride out, nigga. It's Mad Mob. Yeah, second time around. Let's ride out.
Are you an unsigned recording artist struggling to get heard? Sign up today to be the PMVN Featured Artist of the Week. You can get your track spinning on the PMVN radio network. You can get discounts on band merchandise and chances to win prizes that could help you further your project. The PMVN Featured Artist of the Week is sponsored by AJ Custom Graphics. AJ Custom Graphics is there for all your band's printing needs. Contact them online today at ajcustomgraphics@yahoo.com. And make sure you tell them Pimpy K sent you. Peeling back the skin and firing up the bone saw, getting into the mind of Pimpy K. Tonight's podcast exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
What up, and we are back. Segment number 2, PimpyCast, episode number 18 with the
PMV.
You know, I'm really getting sick of this shit.
Just cut the end off. Shit, fuck it.
No, that's not it.
Wait.
That's not it. The cue completely ends and it just randomly picks another sound to fucking play. I think that's what's happening. I'm not 100% positive, but then again, I don't know half of what I'm doing. I just come out here and act like I do. So anyway, guys, segment number 2, as always, we are joined by our featured artist of the week, Mr. Mad Mall. How's it going, buddy boy?
Man, it's going great.
That's what's up.
Man, blessings.
Hell yeah. So anyway, so we just we played what was the name of that track? It was All Night, I believe.
Yeah.
All Night, dope ass shit. Me and Alex got to see this cat a couple weeks ago at the Handlebar.
He was there?
Probably.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah. We all talked.
Must have been behind the bar or something.
No, it said you motherfuckers come up in here smelling like a skunk got run over and shit, and then act like you're gonna remember some shit. I want to understand how the fuck. You know what I'm saying? They come up in here smelling like they've been cultivating and shit, and then they're I don't remember, man.
Growing weed in his car or
I
something.
don't remember that guy.
What show am I on again?
That's all right. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember why I'm here. What am I an artist? Do I draw shit?
Draw shit.
I could actually draw.
Oh, but he can't draw. That's good.
That's
Hey, talk a little bit closer to the mic. We are working on getting a setup for that middle mic. We used to have a mic stand that sat on the table, and it was really nice. But you still had to lean forward and shit. But you got to get a little.
You hear me?
No, not that close. You know what I'm saying? Shit, just taking one
I
extreme
mean, y'all
to the
just
next.
met. You know what I mean?
Fell in love with the mic.
Oh, that's it, man. Your levels are perfect now.
Thank you.
So Mad Mall, first and foremost, I know I basically understand where you get the idea of Mad Mall. I understand where some of it comes from for sure, just based on your real name, right? Which I'm not going to say if you don't want me to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this over to you. I want you explain to me how you got that name, Mad Mall.
I mean, honestly, I'm always happy, so I try to change it up and be mad sometimes.
Oh, I'm with you.
But honestly though,
the mall makes sense, right? We know where the mall
name,
comes from, right? Exactly.
I don't want to say it on.
No, that's fine. But is that what people called you growing up and shit? Mall?
Yeah.
Just mall?
Sometimes.
I got you.
Smiley. I smile a lot. I'm a happy person, man.
Well, when you have multiple nicknames, you go by one, and then you just release albums, and then their names are the rest of the nicknames you have. No, I don't know for sure. That's just if I had a shitload of nicknames, that's what I'd do. I got nicknamed Pimpy K when I was in 6th grade, and I did not like. It was my brother's oldest friends, and my older brother's friends, and I hated that shit.
In the 6th grade?
Yeah, they were making fun of me, dude. We broke into this house when I was younger. It was kind of abandoned, no one lived there, but we kicked the door in and went in, was going through their shit, right? Because there was still some stuff in there and whatnot. Well, I went up to the attic. And there was this chest, like the old school, like a steamer chest, like they would take on a cruise or whatever back in the old days. And I opened it up, and inside was a pair of platform shoes and a red crushed velvet shirt or jacket. So I put that shit on, the platforms, everything, and I walked downstairs all strutting. They're like, look at the little Pimpy K. And it was funny then, but then they started calling me Pimpy K all the time, and it was like, dude, I don't like that shit. Don't call me that. When you're younger, you don't understand the fundamentals of what a pimp is. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, don't call me that shit.
Yeah, at least I'd rather Pimpy K than Bitchy K. Or
Yeah, it's really weird though. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, trust me. There's a lot of insults that are floating about, and they have hit the social media scene. Gimpy gay. There's been a bunch of them, man. You know that shit don't bother me. I mean, I went through my life. You know, I went through like my teenage years and everything. You know what I mean? Eventually, it's just even my mom calls me Pimpy.
Oh really?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's just it's we're a nickname family. My brother's half Mexican. Everybody called him Rico, and my mom calls him Rico. You know what I mean? Like even my mom, like that's just kind of how we've always been.
Like you being serious? Like,
He's being 100% serious. I know
he's met
people
my mom.
he's talking about.
Yeah, he's met my mom. He's met my brother. They call me Pimpy. You know what I mean? Like
I know Rico too.
Anybody else that I would call growing up, if I asked like their parents would answer like hello, yeah, can I speak with Nekestro? Like for example, they'd be like, who? You know, like you mean you want to talk to Alex? You know what I mean? Like that you didn't get that at my house. They'd be like, not only would they say, yeah, just a second, but when you heard them yell, they'd be like, hey, Pimpy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, that's just the way it was, man. Then my parents were like real supportive and shit. So when I got into music, it was even stronger. Like they knew people were going to be referring to me as that. You know what I mean?
Pimpy K.
Pimpy K, man. Okay. It is. And the weird thing about it is if you think about the style of music I do and shit like that.
Seed only a mother could love.
Because it's, you know, it's hardcore, horrorcore, rugged shit. Pimpy K really just don't fit the profile for the type of murderous serial killer shit that I do. You know what I mean? Like I talk about the end of the world and fucking Armageddon and shit.
Yeah,
Pimpy K.
Pimps don't talk about stuff.
No, they don't, man. So, but you know, I couldn't leave it. I couldn't run from this nickname. How the fuck was I gonna leave it behind? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So
I mean, you could have, man.
Nah. I love it.
You didn't try.
Well, I grew into it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just felt like you was a pimp. So you.
I mean, well, there is that. You know what I'm saying? Like I own that. Okay. I own that. All right, man. So, so for
too much.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this conversation. Like shit, this is good shit. So for our viewers that don't know anything about you, why don't you give us a little history on where you're from, what you're into, and what you're trying to get into? Music, everything, style, all that.
Why ask me too many questions at once, man? You know, I'm under the influence, but I'm from Kendall.
I feel like I'm sitting next to two Alex all of a sudden.
Nah, don't do that, man.
Damn, he just dissed the fuck out of you, man.
Like the from Home Alone, man.
Damn, dude, this shit has been waiting for a black Alex, and now we got one.
You ever told him?
Hell no.
Home Alone, what are you talking about?
Like the guy from Home Alone.
What, Macaulay Culkin?
I hope not.
Man, you can look at him and tell.
Oh, he's talking about
a creepy burglar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude's like,
oh, that shit.
Man.
That shit. What's up, man?
Man.
I got an 8x10 glossy in the car.
In real life, that dude went off the deep end and like moved
and then started doing a podcast.
No, he moved to Canada because he said that the U.S. government was out to get him and shit.
Really?
Yeah, like they were stealing his money $1 at a time and shit.
I'm
serious.
Down the Illuminati.
I mean, that motherfucker was probably on like some kind of meth or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
They was out to get him.
What were they? They used to fill up the sink so it would overflow. The wet bandits or some shit like that. They used to say.
He looks like a wet bandit.
Shit. That's weird.
Yeah, dude. What he's trying to say is you be kicking it with fucking Joe Pesci, which is bad motherfucking ass, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. You get one of the most hardcore gangster motherfuckers in the history of mob movies, and he plays that character in a fucking kids movie and shit, man.
He was still a gangster.
Money talk.
Oh no, dude. There's not a single movie he's ever been in. There's not a single movie he's ever been in that he didn't have some sort of at least mob affiliations whatsoever. Name one.
Bad guy.
Name one. He doesn't have to be a bad guy, but he has mob affiliations in every movie he's ever been in.
True. Trying to think he was in the mob.
What's the one he did with Danny DeVito? Not Danny DeVito. Donald Glover. Danny Glover. You know where they go fishing and shit like that.
I don't know.
You know,
I know it's Lethal Weapon. I know he was in.
Well, I mean, he was mob affiliated as motherfucker in that too. Yeah, he was a PI, but he was like a hardcore Italian dude. Like he had like a history of running numbers and shit when he was younger. Like they talk about that shit. Or even in My Cousin Vinny, you know what I'm saying? Like the reason that
what the fuck is a grit?
The reason they were able to get away with all the shit they got away with is because he had fucking like New York connections and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how the fuck can you just decide to be a lawyer and not even pass the bar or anything and get away with that shit?
Kill a few people, man.
You got some connections.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's gangster shit. All right, so I'm gonna try to take this slow because I know there's people that wanna learn your shit. They want to understand where you're coming from. So you started just a second ago going on where you're from and all that shit. So go ahead with that. Where you from? All that.
I'm from Kenner, Louisiana. Like,
Kenner.
Yeah, about 20 minutes outside of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. neighborhood called Susan Park. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I want to shout out my sister, man, too.
Sister Maul, Sister Maul in the house.
I ain't gonna say her name. She might get mad.
No, it's like we're a congregation. What's up, Sister Maul? How you doing, Sister Maul? We are here. So, tell me this: what are your just in the game, like when you think about your style and what you've incorporated and gathered over the years? Who are your biggest influences in the game? Who do you feel like gave you the most benefit as far as the type of artist that you became?
Honestly, like I grew up listening to like Hot Boys, No Limit.
No, yeah, of course.
I grew up on that type of music.
I almost wore a P. Miller shirt.
I ain't saying go that far.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just playing. Shout out Master P. You know. If he's watching.
Oh, I saw.
Master P.
Hey, I saw a shirt. It was a No Limit shirt. No, this dude was. It was a limited edition No Limit shirt. As silly as that sounds, and a dude had it on eBay. I saw it was on like Phil Blog or something like that. But it had the No Limit, like the tank and all that on the back, and on the front it said that's some bomb ass Percy.
Hell no.
Because that's P's real name, isn't it? Percy? But it said bomb ass Percy.
Is that like a name of some marijuana or something?
No. Master P's real name is Percy.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just.
Oh no, I have no idea. I assume because it sounds like pussy, Percy, pussy, bomb ass pussy. Yeah. That's some bomb ass Percy.
That reminds me of the Master P hat.
Yeah. Well, that's what
and the poo boo.
That's a poo boo. That's what it said in the thing is that it came. The reason they got rid of that shirt is because it came across as calling Master P a pussy, and he didn't like it, so they discontinued it. Well, he's the one that came up with the idea. Just in hindsight, you think
about the joke.
Exactly.
Think outside of the box.
Exactly. So how long have you been in this area?
It's been about 3 years now, 3 or 4 years.
So did you come over after Katrina, or was it a result of Katrina or anything like that? Or
it was about 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, it was after Katrina.
Right.
Yeah, that was in 2005. So.
Damn, that was that long ago, wasn't it? Holy fuck.
Man.
I meant to as a result. Jesus Christ. I feel like Hurricane Ivan just happened like 3 weeks ago and shit, and that was the next year.
It was kind of like last year or something.
It does, man. Holy fuck, it was a long time ago.
That's about like what?
That's right. Obama's been in office, and it was Bush that was in there at the time, so it's been a grip for sure. Holy fuck.
Screw you, Bush. Screw you, man.
Bush hates black people. Remember the look of fucking what's his name?
Bush hates everything but money.
No. Listen to me. Michael Myers' face when he was on stage with Kanye when he said that shit. He was like all typical white comedy guy, and then when he said that, he was like, "Oh shit." That was the whitest shade of white I had ever seen a white person turn, dude. He was like, "What the fuck did I get myself into?"
I have no idea what the fuck you're even talking about. Stupid
they were
shit.
doing a Katrina. Like raising money for Katrina, and they did this thing where like all these artists came out, like a pledge drive type of thing, and it was on TV. And Kanye came out with Michael Myers. You know Michael Myers, the what the fuck is it? Austin Powers guy.
Yeah.
SNL. Fucking Wayne's World.
He was in that horror movie too, I think.
Nah.
It's a different Michael Myers, but yes, you're right.
I thought it was him too.
But anyway, so he came out and they're like doing their spill, and then when it's done, Kanye like continues talking. And he's like, and the reason for all this is that Bush hates black people. And everybody wasn't expecting it, and they got nervous as fuck. It's really funny. You need to YouTube it because the look on his face was priceless.
Yeah, he kept it professional though. He kept going with it.
He was like, I mean, what else could he do? Motherfucker was nervous as shit. He was shaking. That shit was.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, they got together and made fun of it on SNL a couple times after that. But I think that was before he pulled the Taylor Swift thing. I don't know. That's been a long time too.
That was before that. Yeah.
All right, so we know where you're from. We know what you're basically got that dirty South influence. And I'll tell you what, I think was it last week we were talking about, how regionally people end up taking over hip hop. Like the South had hip hop one time, the East, the West. Right now it's like a Midwest thing.
Is it?
Oh, absolutely. I think hip hop's definitely Midwest hip hop's probably the strongest right now. Like you think about Strange Records, what Tech Nine and all of them are doing. A lot of that stuff. I'm not saying it may be as solidified and as big as it was.
I think Atlanta still. I think the South still kind of.
No, I'm not saying it's not relevant, but there's never been a time where any of them weren't relevant, right?
Yeah, but eventually they're going to end up losing it if they don't change things.
I mean, it moves around. That's just the way culture in general works.
I don't listen to the radio at all.
Music is the sound of culture, man, and culture moves. It changes. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
Hip hop's been dead for years.
Not a hater.
It happens.
But I love good music, and
absolutely.
I'm not hearing good music.
Yeah, there's not a lot of it going around right now. That's for damn sure. There's not a lot of it going around, at least not in the mainstream. A lot of good underground music, you know what I mean? Really. And it's really easy to find. I mean, this show, that's what this show does, is we put out underground musicians and we try to get the word out. And people still, you know, it's really crazy because that's another thing we talked about a couple weeks ago with Elevated. You know, all the underground artists that we have on the show and all the ones that are in the area and they network and blah, 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 and they don't even listen to each other's music.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's the first time I heard you. I didn't even realize you was doing it like that. It's like,
man.
You know what I mean?
It's like
that's what. See, none of the other genres are like this. Like the punk kids, the metal kids, they, you know, they network together, and there's not this huge competition. Like they build each other up. But there's something about hip hop, man, that people just they want to be an enemy of everybody. It's bullshit, dude.
Competitive nature. Yeah, it's too. Come on, man. It's like we all like men.
Well, you know, no,
I want to be the best.
No, I understand that, and everybody does in all genre. I think what makes it so competitive, and the reason that it's like that in hip hop is because hip hop's typically a solo endeavor. You know what I mean? You do it by yourself. You are your own front man. You know what I mean? You are your band. Where when you have a band, you have a cult of personalities, or you have that wasn't the phrase I meant. You have multiple personalities that all dig and jive on different things, and then so they're all going different directions. So you don't really get that independence and that, like, this dude loves this band because, you know, blah blah blah. This dude loves this rapper, blah blah blah, and they all influence each other. So you're not gonna get just this one dude that controls his own thing.
I think though, man, because a lot of people sound alike. It's like everybody's trying to have the same style, so it's like I'm trying to be the best at this style.
Right.
Everybody sounding like Future, like, you know
right. Yep.
That's the real.
We've also talked about that quite a few times on this show.
That make it hard to get on because it's like they already got Future out there doing it. So
you're right.
Future, so
just like I said. They wonder why nobody wants to listen to this shit. It's because somebody's already listening to this shit, but it's being put out by somebody else. You know, it's like you sound like everybody else. That's what you're gonna get. No one's gonna want. Dude, one of the big things you gotta do, and this was one of our tips of the week that we did, our underground tips, is branding. You got to find out what's unique about you, and that's what you got to put out. Because if you just keep putting out what all these other sucker boys are putting out, then you how are you going to get exposure? They're already listening to that, and they're probably listening to it with better production, better everything. Exactly. So why the fuck they want to listen? Listen, if you're really good, but your quality's kind of low, you know what I'm saying? People still listen to you, you know what I mean? But if you sound like somebody else, yeah, exactly. But if you won't have any content, or you have somebody else's content, and your quality's shitty, good fucking luck, dude, because ain't nobody going to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to that guy.
Exactly. I'm going to go to the guy where, if I'm going to listen to this, I'm going to listen to the one that puts it out and it sounds decent, right?
Sounds great.
You know,
everybody else loves him.
Lyrics don't fucking fall out when I turn the bass up and shit.
He don't live around the corner from me. Like, it seems like nobody wants to put the guy that stay around the corner from them on. You know?
No, absolutely.
They rather go to somebody else.
Yep. And you know, there's a whole bunch of reasons to do that, and we'll get into that. All right, we're gonna jump out to another quick break. Alex, you want to go ahead and get a couple questions in for Mr. Before you do, you gonna stick around for the?
Here, man.
He's here. He's here for the third segment. All right, I'm gonna get set up for the next segment. Go ahead and have at it there, Nekestro.
All right. Oh shit. Well, how much gas you got in your vehicle?
My dog.
You talking about
like, yeah, you sitting on a quarter tank or half tank, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Depending on how much gas money you got.
Oh, for sure. That's how much gas you got. Depending on how much dollars. Like, how much money do you have on your person right now?
Huh?
How much money do you have right now?
this is getting mighty uncomfortable.
What? All right. I'll soften it up a bit. I'll soften it up. How about what's your long distance service provider?
What's my who?
What's your service provider for your cell phone?
I would say them, but they're not going to pay my bill next month. So.
You don't like them?
No. I agree
are they
with
treating
him.
you good? Or?
No, what he's saying is since they're not hooking us up with a check, we're not going to mention their asses on the air. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Well, I don't have any questions prepared.
I ain't giving them no play. Tell them on the commercial. Then
all right, guys. When we come back, we're going to have your underground tip of the week, and as always, we're going to have the underground music news with Nekestro and a little bit more with our featured artist of the week, Mad Mall. All right, guys, you're watching the PimpyCast right at the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
Bye.
I'm on
Fuck how I feel, my nigga, fuck how you feel. What's really the definition of real? Niggas that I gave my last to show no love. Niggas I went half on the bag with show no love to me. So I'm all in. Fuck how I feel, my nigga, fuck how you feel. What's really the definition of real? Niggas that I gave my last to show no love. Niggas I went half on the bag with show no love to me. Keep it 100, my nigga, that's all I had. You wasn't around when I needed you, I'm on to the next. I'm going after that crown while you settle for less. I let you be the worker while I'm signing them checks. I came just like a man, you sticking out your chest. I was the only one there when you ain't had a rest. Kinda funny how space and time would change your mind. Your heart was never in it, can't be no friend of mine. I just asked you a question, I ain't saying you're lying. I stand just like a man, ain't no break in my spine. You didn't put me on the grind, it's all on the line. Either you hate or love it, I'm guaranteed to shine. Fuck how I feel, my nigga, fuck how you feel. What's really the definition of real? Niggas that I gave my last to show no love. Niggas I went half on the bag with show no love to. So I'm all in. Fuck how I feel, my nigga, fuck how you feel. What's really the definition of real? Niggas that I gave my last to show no love to. Niggas I went half on the bag with show no love to. I remember you saying you never change on me. Never trust a nigga, we're part of the game, homie. I saw the flaw in your system, all in your veins, homie. Infiltrated your brain, it ain't the same, homie. I feel the evil lurking. Somebody close the curtains. Another one bites the dust. I swear my heart be hurting. But I gotta keep moving, ain't no time to be losing. It's camouflage city, I ain't worried about choosing. And I'm still a real nigga, just keeping it moving. Locomotive train wreck, trying to stop what I'm doing. One man on me, all the soldiers salute me. Had to cut that cancer off, chemotherapy music. Fuck how I feel, my nigga, fuck how you feel. What's really the definition of real? Niggas that I gave my last to show no love. Niggas I went half on the bag with show no love to me. So I'm all in. Fuck how I feel, my nigga, fuck how you feel. What's really the definition of real? Niggas that I gave my last to show no love. Niggas I went half on the bag with show no love to me. So I'm all in. Yeah. Do not get it misunderstood, you hear me? This is not a diss track, nigga. It's just real. Cause I'm a real nigga for life, a real nigga for life. I'm a real nigga for life. Just had to get it off my chest, you heard me? Mad Mo.
Do you want your music playing on the PMVN radio? Send a couple of audio tracks along with a short bio or a description of your project to booking@pimpyk.com, and we'll set the underground on fire together.
The disciples came to him privately. Tell us, they said, when will this happen? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? We hear of wars and rumors of wars, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains.
It was 1981, the cusping of the Taurus. Devilish creature creeping through the forest. A chorus could be heard, an essence through the thunder. Blinded by the pain that's yet to be discovered. Fumbled in a madness and born without compassion. Fashion to a world of evil, just imagine. Tyranny awaits the fates of fallen soldiers. Colder than the history that's been recorded. Folded in the mist and evil has arrived. As the crust opens up and swallows you alive. As the seas start to boil, accumulated storming. Swarming in your face and face the global warming. Coming from the beast is born the Middle East. Is a future fire burns impossible to seize. And teaching really children buried on the fire. Golden from the lies of propaganda fires. Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the passion. Faster than evil flows through the veins of your masses. Run away from me. bring the action, deadly is the faction, setting up waves of massive chain reactions. Ashes to ashes, blasted from the blast, a flash of evil flashes, crashing to the masses, gashes to the pits, unholy lake of fire, captured by the chill and sound of devil's choir. Bowing to his higher, the prison demon's fire. Guess a first stone and take the empire. All the people that reside, of those we left alive, will thrive and abide in the kingdom we revive. From the top of the mountains down into the valleys, bottom of the ocean and the city alleys. With a seal of the journal, I can rewrite the story. Raise my left hand and bask in the glory. Run away, run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the passion. Faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away, run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens. Heaven seals are broken, spoken by the reverend.
Run quick, kid, got a gun, 6 clips. I done hit this bitch in front of witnesses. And son, get this shit, I'ma flip a stolen brick. Rip a hole, penetrate, then grip a couple licks. And if it to be in this is just a vision of a god, I'ma get mine or die, trying hitting on the side. Told to know the logo, toe to toe at the fucking city. It just goes to show that folks don't know the TOC be gritty.
It's the temple rising, folks dying, crying, trying to survive on the sides and constructs. Y'all fuck when you see me, no luck, better duck when the 3 feet into dimensions intended on crippling and switching your bodies from solid to liquid to gases. A match when I fashion and crash out the earth and the dirt carving gashes.
Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, and then the end will come. And then the end will come.
Run away, run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the passion. Faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away, run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens. Heaven seals are broken, spoken by the reverend. Run away, run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the passion. Faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away, run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens. Heaven seals are broken, spoken by the reverend.
Do you want your music playing on the PMVN radio? Send a couple of audio tracks along with a short bio or a description of your project to booking@pimpyk.com, and we'll set the underground on fire together.
Can you tell me how to get to Pimpy K Street? Tonight's show brought to you by the letters P and the letters K, exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
All right, guys, we're back.
Sesame Street.
Motherfucking PimpyCast, episode number 18, rolling into segment number 3. I'm trying to fix the mic for my man right here. It went limp. Apparently, he wasn't good enough to keep it up.
He wasn't exciting enough.
Yeah, he wasn't excited enough to keep it up. That's all right, man. That's all
Actually,
right.
I left, so no, you leave too long.
It got sad when you went away, is what it was. It's just, honestly, I was watching it. I didn't say anything, but I was watching it slowly go down. Even as you was talking into it, you didn't notice. You were just kind of going like,
hey man.
No, not really. All right, guys. So we're back with Mad Maw, Mr. Nekestro, coming up a little bit later in this segment. We're gonna have the underground music news with Nekestro, and of course your tips of the week. I don't know where we left off. One thing I was actually trying to get at the towards the end of that segment when we were talking about No Limit was about how they basically around that era where the South took over hip hop. That was the label that did it, man. That was the label. I mean, it wasn't the only one, but that was like definitely the big one. You know what I mean? Like,
that was the one that popped.
Absolutely, dude. Like around the time Ghetto D came out, and a couple years later, because you had Silk, you had all these cats, and then a couple years later,
C-Murder.
and then a couple years later they signed Snoop. for one album deal on No Limit. I mean, when you sign Snoop, you know you made it. You know what I'm saying? And
pretty much.
I mean, no, back then, I mean, that was
a big deal.
No, dude, Snoop was at the height. I mean, he just got over his murder acquittal around then. I mean. We're talking about 90s, you know what I'm saying, late 90s. So this was a huge time for hip hop in general, and that's around the time the South started taking it over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you started getting, you know, and then subsequently you had all the Atlanta shit popping off, and what's that? So Jam, or what the fuck's his name? Dupree and his thing. So Def. Yeah. So you had that, and then all kinds of stuff that was always around. You know what I mean? But really didn't get big until around that era when it was official that the South took over hip hop, and you had a lot of good stuff come out from that era.
Outkast.
Yep. Absolutely, he was definitely next on the list. Yep, and especially when you talk about the whole Hot Atlanta ATL area. We've had some cats on the show. They spit a different style of rap. They're more horrorcore with like that rocky edge. We got Bloodtooth Records, which are really good friends of ours out of the Atlanta area. We used to go to shows with them all the time, like at the Masquerade and shit like that. All the time.
Apparently isn't there anymore.
No, it's still there, isn't it?
I thought they told.
No, I saw a flyer.
Tell us to turn it down?
No, they've been saying that for years. I saw a flyer ICP at the Masquerade like later on in like next month or some shit like that, like April 5th or some shit like that.
Fuck, they live in that city. Never mind.
I don't know. I feel like, there's a few cities where I feel like they're just always at. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're in two cities at once, and I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they're pulling that shit off.
That's the demon shit.
But yeah, man. I mean, there's just I was never in the Southern hip hop at all, and we talked about this a couple shows ago too. Until Haystack, I first got to hear Haystack, which is really dope. And most of the rap I listened to when I was young, I was more of a punk, like a rock, punk, metal, shit like that when I was younger. The only hip hop I listened to, and I listened to it a lot, was like Cypress Hill.
Kid Rock.
No, never been a Kid Rock fan. No, never been a Kid Rock fan. No, that shit was just garbage.
I like type of guy.
I tell you what, man.
I think he's being racist.
No, listen. I remember I went to. No, he is, but that's all right. I'm letting that ride. Everybody gets one on the show. Everyone gets one on the show.
Hey, you get as many as you want, buddy.
Yeah, you get the ethnic pass in this motherfucker. You lucky son of a bitch.
Hey man,
you son of a bitch.
I'm light skinned, so.
Hey, they get hated on too.
So you haven't quite felt it fully, huh?
What do you mean? Felt what?
Fuck, I have no idea. I was just riding along with you, and then you ended it.
Something would happen.
I guess you decide when the conversation starts and ends around this motherfucker.
That could have went a lot of different ways.
It could have. I was talking about the oppression, because you made it sound like the oppression's worse the darker you are, is with the way you were relaying that to me.
Hell nah.
You said, but I am light. I am light.
Conversation.
No, motherfucker just gotta think that you got black and you're gonna treat you like shit. That's the way that shit works. I've seen it.
Well, at least we ain't scared of the Arabs anymore. No.
People think I'm Arabian sometimes.
Really? You get that?
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Damn.
Like I didn't get that at all.
If I put a towel on my head, I might look like
you ain't. I mean, you light, but you ain't quite high yellow yet.
No,
not quite. You few shades shy of that, homie.
You know what I'm saying? Little Indian in my family.
The way the water glistened all over your body.
This is taking a turn for the worse here.
They said you must have had some Indian in you.
Indian in my family.
All right.
Somewhere.
Hey, no, anytime I can relay back to You So Crazy, man, I will in a heartbeat, because that's one of my favorite stand-ups of all time.
Yes, sir,
he said, "You want me to tell you, man? You want me to tell you?" "Yeah, man, dude, won't you just tell me, man? Can I suck your dick, man? Man, what the fuck? What the fuck you talking about?" "That's what friends are for."
That's not a good friend.
No, you seen that shit, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The way the water glistened.
You're saying now I was watching you swing on the swing.
Yeah,
you had on the lip shorts.
The little tight shorts.
Yeah.
All right, man. This show just got gay. Stop it. See, look, this show ain't never really went that way before. I mean, a couple times with Peak Presidents won, but not anybody else. I don't know what's going on here.
Hey, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right.
I'm a pretty guy.
Yeah, you are a handsome dude, man. But just stop scooting closer to me. I keep trying to get away from you. You just.
Hey, man, you the one with the wheels on your chest, man.
I don't know if you're just saying shit because you're high, or if these are some like out of the world smart metaphors. I really don't understand what's going on right now.
Nah, man,
like I'm confused. Like 1 minute I think, damn, this dude's deep, and then a few seconds later I'm like, this dude high as fuck.
Nah, I'm both.
I'm both.
That's what I'm saying.
Both. I'm boat.
You know, you gotta be from Louisiana to understand.
No. Listen, hey, my stepdad's a coon ass dude. You understand what I'm saying? So trust me, I hear this shit from time to time, baby. I do. All right, so we're gonna get up. It's about that time. We're gonna hit that underground news with Nekestro, and like I said, I am working on a graphic for this along with audio. Tomorrow night we got the only Mr. Special Ed coming in to do some new fresh voiceovers for us. So once we get all that in, then we will definitely have something for this here. So
I'm gonna make my own segment too, like soon, man.
I'll give you a segment.
Hey, we can figure that out.
Yeah. On the fly, baby.
Be
On the fly. No, you don't get a segment. Shut up. You are AP/beer getter.
Yeah. Fix that
mic.
Hey,
let me.
I almost asked her, but then she would have knocked the camera over. I just knew it. All right, here we go. Underground news with
I only got 4% on my shit, so I need to talk right now. All right.
It's only worth about 4%. Go ahead.
Fuck yourself. All right. Hey, strange music fan Ryan Keene. It's some guy whose life sucks just like everyone else's, but he likes strange music. Anyway, Chris Calico fucking influenced him to do a walkathon to raise awareness for autistic homeless. And apparently mental disorders affect 30% of the homeless population.
Listen to him busting out with statistics and shit. Shit.
Well, I mean, 99%.
That's a whole new level.
99% of statistics are made up on the spot, though,
Absolutely.
so you gotta be careful.
That's right.
All right. Anyway, that guy is cool or something. Hobson. Y'all like Hobson? We care about Hobson.
Back.
Hey,
I'm a Hobson fan. I like Hobson.
He released the Illmind of Hobson number 8. And it's got higher production value than the others. And the setting is placed in a courtroom. And he's acting out, suing his former label, which will be Funk Volume. He addresses his departure from Funk Volume, and he whines about the fucking Funk Volume CEO, of course, Dame Ritter.
Did he whine about no matter how much he begs that Tech
I don't
won't
know.
sign him to Strange? Because I know that's been going on too.
I don't know. I didn't watch the video.
I know, this isn't necessarily true. This is rumor mill bullshit. But I heard around the way that he's been pretty much on Tech's nuts trying to get signed there, and that's really the only reason he left the label was to open himself up. But to be available.
If Tech want, if Strange Music wanted them, if Strange wanted them, they would have bought them. They would have bought them off of him if they wanted them.
You're right. I was beating around the bush, but he's swinging from the nuts. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'll be a little more direct for you next time, Mr. Mad Mall.
Mr. Mall.
Mr. Mall.
Hey,
how you doing, Brother Mall? How's Sister Mall doing?
Each of them got invited to the gathering this year, or the Gathering 17.
Right.
He got invited to it, and he said he's going to go.
Who's that?
That's kind of neat. Each of them.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Each hoes of money. Every sucker has a moment.
That's what's up. Oh yeah.
If you promote,
one of the
promoter or you book shows, you want Prozac in your city, then he's fucking trying to book some shit for May and June for the Black Ink tour.
So any of the promoters we have out there right now that are putting on shows here locally.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Get you some strange flavor in the house.
May and June. Hit Ray Molina. If you want the email,
we'll get Mad Mall on that
number,
show too. I might book him.
Goddamn self.
Shit, I might book him for a fucking PMVN fucking highlight show. Let him headline.
We are available.
Have some Mad Mall. You know what I'm saying? Have all of our featured artists on. Fuck anyone that can show up.
Wouldn't you agree?
I mean.
Wouldn't you agree, sir?
Yes.
Damn, now your mic boom's starting to fuck up too, isn't it?
Yeah, it got all limp on me.
So you got.
He's giving mouth service too slow.
That seems to be the common denominator on this side of the table, man. Y'all just shit. Y'all need some underground.
Hey man, I got extends.
One more thing.
Extends.
No, he does.
It really works.
Extra support.
Damn, my brother taking extends. That just seems like straight overkill to me. I'm just putting that shit out there. Go ahead, Alex. You got another one?
Fuck yeah, I got one more. I already closed all my shit down. All right.
Why did you close it down if you had another one to go?
I gave up because the extends joke made me laugh.
All right. That was a good extends joke, Mr. Mall.
Okay. Apparently, there's this fucking little bit that there's a website. I assume it's a website anyway.
PimpyK.com.
It's called Upvote. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just heard about this shit, but they do a weekly feature on there called The Perfect Sandwich, where people are asked about what the fucking perfect sandwich is, and they fucking talk to Jamie Madross from Twisted.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And his perfect sandwich,
any that a bitch makes after getting his dick
without
sucked.
going into too much detail, is freshly toasted Wonder Bread di Italiano, hard salami microwave till crispy like bacon, melted Munster cheese, and Kroger brand creamy Italian dressing, and a couple squirts will do you.
It has to be good. He got.
No, that shit. He's a pothead, so I know for a fact that's just fire. Potheads know how to make some fire shit.
I thought that was an interesting thing, like
No,
the perfect sandwich, though. Like, what the? That's a cool. I might actually go into that if I cared enough.
You know, another thing that he was on that I
you
never
gotta put it in
knew
the
about.
microwave until it's crispy.
Who
like,
actually has hard salami in their like refrigerator?
Oh no,
Oh, that's some
Apple
good
Market
shit.
probably does.
That shit lasts forever too.
Okay.
That shit lasts forever.
I got some hard salami and it lasts forever too. Oh, shit, son.
All right, this has definitely been the most
we
phallic
know
rated
vibe.
show that we've had yet. Everything
where
we've
the
talked
vibe
about
is
for the
coming
last
from.
10 minutes
Hey,
has
that
had
was the
something to do
first
with
gay
another
joke I
man's
made all
penis.
night. Come on, man, give me a break.
This reminds me of back in the day when people used to talk about Casey's dick all the time.
Oh,
Remember that
God.
shit? The monster.
Oh, Casey. That dude's got a schnoz on him. Makes me feel better about my nose.
All right, guys, we are definitely running over. So
We love you, Casey. Kinda.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into the underground tip of the week. And what I did is I decided to cover EQing. I didn't get super detailed about it. This is a base, and I basically put this together because I've been listening to a lot of music. I've been listening to y'all's music that you've been submitting to the show to get on PMVN radio. And listen to me. Not all of you have been par.
Submit better music.
Yeah, not all of you have been at par, and most of it hasn't been the beats. It's been the way that you mix your vocals. It sounds like it's just sitting on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple minutes in this video, and I'm going to show you guys just the basic fundamentals. I don't even get like too into it. Like, this is easy to follow. This is like EQing hip-hop vocals for retards, basically. If I was to write a book, that's what I would call it. It'd be like 2 pages. That's how easy this shit is. But if you do these few simple things, like you might make it on the show. Like this, it's just the little fucking things that people are missing. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump into that really quick. This is your underground tip of the week. All right, guys, welcome to this week's underground tip. What I'm going to cover real quickly for you guys is just some real basic EQing tricks, or just not tricks, but actually EQing tips that you can use to help get your vocals mixed into the production, mixed into the beat a little bit better. So that way it's not, sitting on top or sitting under the beat or the music itself, and it's actually part of the production. It's mixed into it. So I'm doing it on the Pro Tools system. You can do it in any DAW, digital audio workstation you want to use, whether it be Sonar, one of the Ableton products, or anything like that. I just happen to be using Pro Tools this time. What I have here is a beat that I have for a little project that we're going to be doing here in the future. Okay, so, and I also just quickly wrote, and so it's not the best shit ever, but I just quickly wrote and recorded this little 8-bar snippet right here. I'm going to play it for you guys, let you hear what it sounds like, and then we'll put a couple, just a little something on it, and show you guys how easier it flows into the mix after we cleaned it up a little bit.
It's Pimpy and Nekestro, and we're running to the city, gonna leave a bloody mess, yo. But we the best, yo, because we said so. Putting more work than a roofer named Ernesto. Retro static man, I got a matic man, and Big Hammer's got the city on band. It gets locked down, cut a sound, man, I'm on a mob town, screaming wicked music, and we riding with the top down.
Alright, so you notice it doesn't sit in the mix. There's some alienating frequencies. Also, if you guys hear a high pitch during this video, I apologize. I've definitely got a bad auxiliary cable or something that's busting some of this audio. We'll try to get that figured out for the next video. But anyway, hopefully it won't affect what you're hearing here, and I don't think it will. Alright, so the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drop out some of the lower end frequency. This is the area that contains none of your vocals, actually. It actually just contains offending sounds, muddleness, things that you want out of the mix, so that way when you do finally start to bring the levels up to start mixing, you're not bringing any of these offending sounds with it. And we're going to do the same thing across the whole spectrum, but we're going to start first and concentrate on getting rid of the muddle, the muddiness, the low end stuff that you just don't need in the mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up just a simple one band EQ, nothing complicated. We're We're going to put it on a high pass, shelved out. So the trick here is to move the slider back just enough until you don't hear the high pass, the effect of the high pass anymore, like so.
It's Pimpy and Nekestro, and we're running to the city, gonna leave a bloody mess, yo. But we the best, yo, because we said so. Putting more work than a roofer named Ernesto. Retro static man, it automatic man, and big hammers got the city on band. It gets locked down.
So you can already tell that it's already sounds a lot cleaner, a lot fuller. There's a lot less muddle in it, and the vocals kind of shine through a little bit better than they did before. And that's because we got rid of a lot of the alienating frequencies that were in the mix. And by the way, I recorded this on the worst mic I have in the studio. It's literally an under $40 condenser mic we use as an auxiliary mic for when we're doing broadcasts with more people. So we did that. We dropped out the low end. So now things are getting a little bit more complicated here. But I'm not going to get real technical with you guys. I'm not going to get really deep into this because I just want to show you the few little things you can do to make your vocal piece a little bit easier to mix. So I'm going to bring in a full 7-band. This area here, we know this low end, we already pretty much got rid of this, right? We know that pretty much isn't there anymore, so it doesn't really matter. So you can either just drop this down like so, or ultimately, I mean, you can completely shelf it out. It really doesn't matter. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave it down here because that frequency is mostly gone anyway. And then you want to talk about where your most offensive sounds are going to come from within the mix or within the audio piece. It's going to be in your mid range. Your lower mid range is going to carry a lot of the plosive sounds like the P's, like the p p p, and then as you get a little bit further towards the high side of the mids, you're going to get the sibilants, which are the offending sounding S's and sounds like that. Okay, so next we're going to work on this mid range. What I'm going to do, this is the part I probably turn down the most because it carries a lot of offensive sound. So I'm going to turn it down to about there. Then I'm going to widen the scope of frequency that's going to cover, and then we're going to drop that down. Excuse me. And then we're going to do the same thing here. And then right here in this area is, like I said, somewhere around anywhere between 2 to 2.6 kilohertz is a lot of times where you're going to get a lot of your sibilant. So I usually bring that just a little bit more, and then I'll take the higher end. And some people actually add a little bit of highs at the very end to add a little bit of a shimmer or a shine to the vocal. I don't like to do that. I bring it down, and the reason for that is my rule of thumb is when you're EQing, you always want to cut frequency. You want to cut the levels. You never want to bring them up unless you're going for a specific effect, which you would use EQ for doing. But for the sake of cleanup, you definitely don't want to bring any up. You always want to bring them down. So there we go. That's about a base of what it would look like. And then, of course, typically you would be listening to the track while you do it. So that way you hear the offending frequencies. But the reason I'm showing you this way is because I want you to focus more on what each of these mean and what it is that you're doing. Because even if you were to take your vocal piece, and listen, everybody's vocals EQ differently. I understand that. Everyone's got a different tone. But if you just mock and mimic exactly what I did here, frequency by frequency, most likely you're still going to get a nice, cleaner, and better sound out of your vocal. I'm not saying it's going to get rid of all the offending, but this is just how I get started. But like I said, typically I would play the beat or play the vocal piece and then start bringing levels down. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put what's about a standard cleanup and just see what it sounds like now. Now the vocal itself is going to be low because we cut frequency. But see, now we can bring the volume up. We can raise the gain, and we're not going to bring those offending frequencies up with it because they're already down. So let's see what that sounds like.
It's Pimpy and Nekestro, and we're running to the city, gonna leave a bloody.
It's a little low, so obviously we need to bring the levels back up, so we'll do that. And also, we don't have any compression on this, so there's going to be some level fluctuation, but that's all right because we're not at that stage yet.
It's Pimpy and Nekestro, and we're running to the city, gonna leave a bloody mess, yo. But we the best, yo, because we said so. Putting more work than a roofer named Ernesto. Retro static man, it automatic man, and big hammers got the city on band. It gets locked.
See, you can already tell it's sunk into the production now. It actually fits in the mix because it's not a solid block of offending frequencies. Now you have a lot of headroom where it can actually sneak into some of those areas, because all these instruments up here, each one of these lines up here are an instrument within that production, and they've already been EQ'd and solidified within the mix themselves, so it's going to be easier to slide this back in. We're not going to get into compression, but what I'll do is I'll actually bring this back down to 0. I'll bring the levels back down to 0, and I'm just not going to do anything fancy. I'm literally just going to use the default compression for Pro Tools, and I'm even going to go in and just use the default vocal comp and just let you guys hear what this kind of sounds like. It probably still needs a little audio up, but I'll adjust that as it plays.
It's Pimpy and Nekestro, and we're running through the city, gonna leave a bloody mess, yo. We the best, yo, cause we said so. Putting more work than a roofer named Ernesto. Retro static, man, I got a matic, man. A big hammer's got the city on band. It gets locked down, got a sound, man, I'm out of mob town.
So there you have it. You got a little bit cleaner vocal, and now there's other things you've got to do to get it mixed in. You know, you got to deal with the width and adding some organic ambience to it, whether it be through reverb or delay. And there's other things you do when you're mixing, but just for the EQing part, if you follow those few little steps, then it pretty much is going to help you get a cleaner vocal. All right, that's your tip for the week. All right, guys, I hope you took notice and understood what was going on. That actually lasted a little bit longer than I intended it to, but it's good information. It's good shit. We're running about 15 minutes over, but that's all right. So anyway, got a couple of things I want to do before we jump out of here. One of those is I want to thank my man right here, Mr. Mad Mall, for coming out being my featured artist of the week. My homeboy Nekestro, as always, you did a damn good job. You get 2 more stickers, sir. This has got to be a record because you got 2 stickers today, my man. 2 of them.
That's probably some kind.
No, 4 of them. 4 of them. 4.
Oh, that's definitely a record. Yeah.
It's 6 all day, but the 2 were from last week, so.
For sure.
So 6 all day. So you got 4. I'm also got a graphic that I'm working on that's going to start tracking how many stars this man has. So I'm going to start showing that as well coming up.
Something like that could work out.
Yeah, we could.
And there's an actual way to keep track of it, so I know you stop lying on my ass.
Well, no, I'm still gonna lie. You can have all the facts right here on the screen, and I'm still gonna be like, nope, you're full of shit. I don't know how the fuck that got there. I put them there. I can take them away. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's the nature of the beast. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys coming out. I hope you enjoyed the underground news. I hope you enjoyed the little tip of the week, and check us out. I'll post that video all by itself on the channel, so if you guys want to watch that again, I'll live and do one that's even more in depth. In the coming weeks, I'll live and do one on compression, teach you guys the difference between attack and everything else, and let you learn how to, not necessarily master, but learn how to level things and use limiter and get things up to industrial standards, so that way when you put it might sound good in the headphones, but then when you put it in the car, it sounds like shit. I'm sure anybody that makes music's heard that before. I can explain how to fix all of that. What else is there? I guess that's just about it. Please, if you guys are watching this show, subscribe to this channel. Yeah, thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. We need your help. We need your help. The show's getting bigger every fucking week. The show's getting bigger every fucking week. And listen, no matter how big this show is, we're always going to have underground cats, independent cats. We're never going to charge a dime, and we're going to fucking support them because that's what we do. Look, Johnny Panic was last week. At the beginning of the show, I promoted his album and a show he has coming up, and I'll do that for every artist that asks me to. I'll do it sometimes even when you don't ask me to. So that's about it, guys. So for Mad Mall and Mr. Nekestro, this has been the PimpyCast right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Thanks for coming out, guys. Don't forget.
I love you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shout out my mom.
All right, Mama, I love you too. Yeah.
Make sure you tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the PimpyCast Live. PimpyCast. Tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the PimpyCast Live. It happens on your PMVN radio network right here at PimpyK.com.